Hello guys, welcome to the Football Parliament. I welcome you all to this video on a very sad note because an all-time great, one of the greatest strikers in the history of the Premier League, Sergio Aguero has just announced his retirement from football. Today, accompanying me on this video, I think I've got the perfect person because Anshuraj, you all would know, is a Barcelona fan and also a big supporter of Manchester City in the Premier League. Anshuraj, we've just seen Aguero's press conference, his official statement. Could you just throw some light upon whatever was discussed?
So the press conference, there were representatives of each and every single club in which Aguero has played in. There were representatives from Independiente, Atletico Madrid, Manchester City, and of course Barcelona. Even the AFA officials were also there. That is the Argentinian Football Association. So Aguero, I mean, he got straight into it. He said that he will not be able to play football anymore because of his health issue, very well documented. And he said that it was the most difficult decision that he's ever made. The doctors told him that he could not play anymore and that he had made the decision a whole week ago. So we had to wait a whole week for Aguero to be comfortable with revealing his decision of retiring. Aguero said that he was proud and happy for my career. I've always dreamed of playing football. My dream was to play football. I never thought I would make it to Europe. And there were some questions asked by people in the stands to him and the host as well. And Aguero was obviously, he was in tears. Obviously, he was in tears when he came out to give the press conference. In all, it was a pretty sad uh, thing to watch.
Definitely a very sad ending to the career of an absolute legend. A very, you could say a very sudden ending because Sergio is just 33 years old. He completed a move to Barcelona, and regardless of Barcelona's current situation, moving to a club of, the pedigree of Barcelona, it's a dream for every player, as it was for Sergio. He could only register 5 appearances for the Catalan club, but this does not undermine the fantastic career he has had all over Europe and South America, particularly in the Premier League, where he will definitely go down as one of the all-time greats to play in the league.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, his trophy cabinet, I mean, is quite awesome. 5 Premier Leagues, 7 domestic cups, a Europa League, a UEFA Super Cup, and of course the 2021 Copa America, which he won. His records include being the highest foreign Premier League goal scorer with 181 goals, which ranks him fourth in the all-time list. He has the best scoring frequency in Premier League history. He has the most Premier League hat-tricks, and of course, he is Manchester City's all-time top goal scorer. He also has the record of the most Player of the Months won. Record
Absolutely.
against the Big
Yeah,
Six, as we all know.
phenomenal record. I mean, six. I remember seeing Chelsea and Manchester City play, and one guy that I was always afraid of and always ended up scoring or assisting was Sergio Aguero. He is an iconic footballer with many iconic moments. None bigger than the one in that came in the 2011-12 season. Was it the last match day against Queen Park Rangers, which popularly is known as the Aguero moment, his iconic gloves that he used to wear along with his half sleeve t-shirts. A proper goal scorer, yet a very underrated, all-round footballer in my opinion. He was a great dribbler of the ball. He, and he spoke about his goal ratio. I think if how as much as I remember, he's got the best goal ratio in the Premier League because and 184 goals, and he did not even play or nearly as much as some other players like Alan Shearer played. So Yes, he has retired now at the very tender age of 33 because we see footballers stretching their way all the way till the late 30s nowadays, and Sergio will definitely be a big miss to football.
Yeah, I completely agree with what you said. It is indeed quite a very sad day that we are seeing a player who still, in my opinion, had a lot to offer in his current uh, form and state to Barcelona, especially considering Barcelona's struggles with goal scoring this season. It's unfortunate, but as Aguero himself said during his press conference, all things happen for a reason, and Aguero does leave this sport on a high. Having won the Copa America not long ago, achieving what is possibly the biggest dream for a footballer, winning something for their national team, their country. So
For sure, for sure. As we just conclude the video, I'll have a quick flashback of some of the biggest achievements that Aguero has achieved in his career. We haven't mentioned them already. Of course, Anshuraj did mention the five Premier Leagues. That is as many as Manchester City. So City haven't won a Premier League without Aguero. Aguero has been a part of it throughout. I don't think that the same can be said for any other City legend, be it David Silva or Urbanson Company or anyone. He is the most prolific goal scorer who is not from England, so the most goals from an overseas player. Leading strike rate, best goals per ratio, which means a goal every 108 minutes across a career that had so many games is absolutely crazy. Most goals in a single match when he scored five times when he just played 66 minutes against Newcastle in 2015. Most player of the match awards. The Manchester City star has won seven times more than anybody else. We're talking only Premier League now. Most goals for a single club. Yes, he did beat Wayne Rooney's record for the most goals for a single club. Golden Boots. Aguero was the top scorer in 2014-16 when he scored 26 goals in 33 appearances. He struck at least 20 goals in each of the next four seasons too, becoming only the second player after Thierry Henry to reach that mark in five consecutive seasons. We spoke about the titles, five Premier League titles. As much as I can remember, if you remove the Manchester players out of it, or Manchester United players out of it, the likes of Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes, then only John Terry and Sergio Aguero are the two players to have five or more Premier League titles. I'm not sure about this one, but there aren't many of them. And Aguero has faced 33 different Premier League teams and scored against 32 of them, only failing to score against Bolton Wanderers. So this is quite an achievement as well. A big career, a great career from an absolute legend. As I've said it again and again, will go down as what some people think is the greatest striker in the history of the Premier League. But I don't think there could be an argument in that Aguero is a top three striker in the Premier League at least. All right, then that is it from our end. Just a very, a small tribute to a legend who has, retired today because of a very unfortunate medical condition. So thank you for listening to the end. For more top quality football content, keep listening to the Football Parliament.